What most people don't know is that your pineal gland in your brain is one of the most important things that you were blessed with when you came into a body. It's how you access higher thoughts. It's how you access spiritual consciousness. And if you look all throughout biblical history, whether it's Jesus and all the many spiritual leaders and all of the other prophets, messiahs throughout different religions and spiritual sects throughout ancient history, they all had visions. They got those visions from their pineal gland, which is also known as your third eye or your spiritual eye. What most people don't know is that your third eye is actually calcified. It is blocked. And in this video, I'm going to give you the 3 shocking yet unexpected signs that you will open your third eye. These are the 3 things that are blocking you, and they are every single day from your environment doing it without you even realizing it. So first, before we dive into this, just want to say thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, thanks for clicking on the video. If you're a return, thanks for coming back. Be sure to hit the subscribe and bell notification, get notified for new videos to support sending this message out to more people. If you enjoy this video as you're watching, please be sure to hit the like button right over there to send this out into the YouTube universe and let YouTube algorithm know that this is an important message for more people to know. Lastly, I have a free Success Hypnosis MP3 to reprogram your subconscious mind. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments as the top comment, and it's linked in the description of this video. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's free. About 1 million people from all over the world have used it. Originally, I made it for myself. It changed my life. I went from making like a couple $1,000s a month to becoming a millionaire author, published with Penguin Random House, the #1 English publishing company in the world, translated into other languages. Pretty much everything that I wanted in life started to happen. All I did is just listen to this. And every day I get these awesome stories of people attracting more money. They solve whatever problem's going on. And it's just by listening to this, even for 2 to 3 minutes a day. We're getting people from every country in the world. It's free to use. So I highly recommend that you get that. And let's go right into the video. Now, the first sign is that you are not drinking fluoride water. I made a video about this a while ago. It didn't get a lot of views. I thought it was one of the coolest videos I ever did. Poor me. And I think people didn't really buy it, even though I cited all the peer-reviewed studies. But now what's happened recently is the United States government has said now, hey, you shouldn't have all the fluoride in our water, because there was a major study done on how fluoride is a neurotoxin and it lowers your IQ. I won't go into all the research. I've done it in another video, which I'll link right here. I'll link it at the end. You can check that out. What happens is fluoride crosses the blood-brain barrier. So when it gets into your bloodstream, it crosses the blood-brain barrier. So it gets into your brain. What's really crazy is they have actually photographed what happens to your third eye when fluoride crosses the blood-brain barrier. It looks like this photo right here. These are photos of it. It looks like crusty. It looks like a calcified faucet, like a calcified pipe. What happens is your pineal gland gets calcified by fluoride. There's many other studies and why the government said it shouldn't be in the water anymore, and why a lot of municipalities are beginning to take it out. They're taking it out because they've shown it's a neurotoxin and it has a lot of health issues when ingested. But specifically, when it calcifies your pineal gland, when you understand your pineal gland is your spiritual eye and it is your third eye, it's also important hormonally, very important hormonally. But Everything is energy. So your brain is just energy. Your brain just even works through energy. Like you watching this video right now, you're not actually watching a screen. You're watching a bunch of light photons that are sending light signals into your eyes, which are sending electrical signals into your brain. So and then your brain's decoding electrical signals because your brain is an electronic transmitter. So your pineal gland and everything is just a massive energy. So when your pineal gland gets calcified, it lowers the frequency output of your pineal gland. It is blocking your pineal gland. It is shutting down higher spiritual faculties. It's making you feel hazy, brain fog, lack of purpose, lack of clarity, lack of ideas for your vision in your life. And it shuts you down from connecting with who you really are, which is not your body. You're a spiritual being in a physical body. When your third eye is shut down and your pineal gland is calcified, it stops this free flow back and forth thought with the universal mind, with God, with the divine mind, and your higher spiritual self. And so one of the most important things that I did in my life was once I learned all this, I just order spring water that gets delivered to my house. It's very important. It doesn't cost very much money if you can afford it. It is one of the best investments you can make. Slowly, you will decalcify your pineal gland. You'll start thinking more clearly. You'll be more in touch with your spiritual self, and it'll give you the opportunity through visualization, meditation, prayer, to have your third eye open where you can get these very important spiritual visions. All right, now this next part might be a little bit out there if you're not familiar with all the new studies on the harmful effects of blue light, which is pretty dangerous. It's a wavelength of light that is in abnormally large amounts in modern LED lights in our homes, on your phone screen right now, and on your computer, televisions. I won't bore you with all the scientific studies, and I listed many of the peer-reviewed studies in the description of this video, so you can check those out. Basically, as you've probably heard, your body has an internal clock. It's called your circadian rhythm. And light signals from your environment are sent to your brain, and they tell your body whether it's daytime or whether it's nighttime. And when your day is ending and it's starting to get dark, but your brain is detecting abnormal amounts of blue light from like LED lights, cell phones, computers, it stimulates neural pathways in your brain that actually help keep you alert. So it suppresses your circadian rhythm and it's suppressing other sleep signals because your brain is confused by the blue light. It thinks it's still daytime. And this is really one of the primary causes of sleep problems in our modern world. And when your circadian rhythm gets messed up, you're also just throwing off your spiritual and your biological clock. This traps you in a tired state, like fight or flight consciousness. It's increasing your cortisol, and it's shutting down higher spiritual faculties, i.e. your third eye. Then you've got your pineal gland, and studies have shown that excessive blue light, it's toxic to your pineal gland. Your pineal gland is your spiritual eye, right? So it's also a super important hormonal center in your brain. One of the many things it does, it produces melatonin so you can sleep. So you have light-sensitive cells in your retina, in your eyes, and they send signals that either trigger or suppress melatonin production in your pineal gland. Now, research is now showing that blue light exposure at night or towards the end of the day, it's reducing melatonin levels. So, of course, this messes up your sleep, and chronic melatonin suppression causes a whole bunch of other issues. Insomnia, mood swings, metabolic disorders. Metabolic disorders cause tons of other issues. And you're just messing with your pineal gland, which, obviously is going to affect your ability to open your pineal gland or open your third eye. And the biggest sources of blue light that we get in our modern world are LED lights, cell phones, and computers. Personally, I use blue light glasses while I'm at the computer. And then I have another pair by my bed for if I'm home in that afternoon or living room, I'm on my phone. And as for lighting, I installed full spectrum lights in my whole house. And they model the light spectrum of the sun, so they're biologically accurate. And then they have this little dimmer switch. They're pretty cool. And it shuts down the blue light in the evening. So you get this ambient orangey amber kind of light that looks like the color at sunset. So those are 3 things you can do. Very important. And blue light is keeping your third eye closed. This is exactly how you shift that. Now, last but not least, knowing you're a spiritual being in a physical body. The whole idea or the mythology around your third eye is essentially like spiritual visions, right? That's a whole mythology. Whether you believe it or not, the common mythology is that when your third eye's open, you have transcendent thoughts or transcendent consciousness, spiritual visions, other worlds, like this kind of thing. Well, the only way to really have that at the end of the day is to understand that you're not a body. I would never walk up and be like, I am fingernail. Hi, my name's Bill. Hi, I'm fingernail. I have a fingernail, but I'm not a fingernail. You have a body, but you're not a body. You're a spiritual being in a physical body. You can comment that down below. I'm a spiritual being in a physical body. You are not a body. Your body is like a rental car for you to experience third dimension, planet Earth, for you to ultimately realize your own oneness with God and your own unique karmic and spiritual lessons that you are here to learn and that I'm here to learn. But your body's just a rental car. But what happens is we are so conditioned to think we are our bodies. And if you think you are your body, then you're actually going to shut down any higher level of spiritual thought. If you believe you're just your body, unless you get struck by lightning or unless God is really trying to wake you up, it's impossible to access your spiritual eye. Because if your core belief system is you are just a body, that unless you have a grand epiphany, you're not going to get access to this level of consciousness. So when you go into your daily life, when you go into meditation, if you take a ladder and replace all your bulbs to put the full spectrum lights in, I use a brand called blockbluelight.com. And if you do all that, keep in mind, you aren't doing it just because you're a physical body. You're doing it because you're a spiritual being in a physical body. And what is spirit? Spirit is light. What does it say in the Bible? First was the light, right? So you are a spiritual being in a physical body. You're really light. Everything is light. What you're watching right now is a bunch of light photons. Everything is light. So if you understand that everything is light, you don't want toxic levels of blue light or any other kind of substance in the environment to affect your light. Once you understand you are a spiritual being in a physical body, what you are doing is setting up the level of consciousness that can allow you to actually open your third eye. If you enjoyed this video, I do a whole breakdown on the science behind your third eye being blocked. You can click right over here to watch that. Make sure you get my free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments and in the description right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. Psychologists tell us 95% of our life is negative and redundant programming. So your subconscious controls all of your thoughts, all of your actions, all the results you get in your life, your bank account, how much money you make, your self-esteem, your personality, who you attract into your life, your relationships, your health, your body, what it looks like. It's all controlled by the subconscious. Well, the subconscious controls 95% of our life, and they say it is almost primarily negative and redundant, meaning it is like a looped negative pattern of a lower version of yourself that will play itself out your whole life, but you can reprogram it. It was only programmed negatively through repetition. And through that same word, repetition, you can reprogram it. And I have a free success hypnosis. About 1 million people from all over the world have used it. Just listen to this for 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. You can listen to it longer, but just a couple minutes every day at least, you're going to start to see things change. You're going to access the 95% of you that is unconscious, which means life gets easier. Things come to you with less work. Because when you reprogram your subconscious for the money you want, the success you want, the love you want, the confidence you want, automatically, unconsciously, you start bringing different things into your life that match your new subconscious programming. This is the quickest and fastest way to create your own reality simply by reprogramming your mind. And it's free, jakeshypnosis.com. So check that out. Click right over here to watch the full breakdown on the science behind your third eye being calcified. And I will see you on the next video. If you enjoy this, let me know in the comments down below.